Celebrating Achievement, the story of the Nobel Prize. Many remarkable people have won Nobel Prizes. Marie Curie was the first woman to win. She remains the only person to receive prizes in 2 different sciences, physics and chemistry. Albert Einstein won for his important discoveries about light in physics. Martin Luther King Jr. received the Peace Prize for fighting for civil rights. The youngest winner, Malala Yousafzai, received the Peace Prize at age 17. In spite of the dangers she faced, Malala helped girls in Pakistan go to school. Another notable winner was Wangari Maathai from Kenya, the first African woman to win the Peace Prize. She started a project known as the Green Belt Movement, which helps women plant trees to protect the environment and learn new skills. The Nobel Prize reminds us that brilliant ideas, whether in a lab or through activism, can truly change the world. It encourages people everywhere to work hard and think creatively to solve important problems. The prizes continue to honor great achievements, just as Alfred Nobel wanted over 120 years ago.
Today's warm-up quiz is blank that the weather report said a big storm was coming. The hikers decided to continue their journey. A. Although. B. In spite of. C. Despite the fact. D. Even though.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Welcome back, everyone, to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And we just started learning about the Nobel Prize, which is one of the most respected awards in the world.
You're right. We found out it was started by Alfred Nobel, a Swedish inventor who wanted to help people make the world a better place, even though he invented TNT. Dynamite.
Exactly, that's right. But the really cool part is that the winners get a gold medal, a diploma, and over $1 million and also a lot of respect.
Yeah, that sure sounds amazing, right?
It does. Now, everyone, let's learn about some other special winners of this great award. Our article says many remarkable people have won Nobel Prizes.
Remarkable 这个字用来形容这些人，那 remarkable指的就是值得注意的啦，或者是非凡的。除了形容人之外，还可以形容什么？后面常搭配的名词有第一个 achievement， 所以呀，remarkable achievement 那就是非凡的成就 ，remarkable performance 那就是优异非凡的表现。
And the first person we're about to learn about today is a woman named Marie Curie. Our article says Marie Curie was the first woman to win. She remains the only person to receive prizes in 2 different sciences, physics and chemistry. And there, everyone, we see the verb remain, which is to stay in the same condition or situation. An example sentence would be, the museum will remain open until 8 p.m. tonight.
好，所以呢，我们看到的 remain 这个动词是依然或是保持，后面你可以加上一个形容词或者是一个名词也是可以的。所以当这个紧急事件发生的时候 everybody should remain calm， 那就是要保持冷静。还有你如果说我跟谁现在还是保持朋友的关系，那就是 you two remain friends。
Wow, you gotta be really, really smart and have a really big brain to win or receive prizes in 2 different sciences like physics and chemistry. Oh, I don't even think I can do any kind of physics problems.
You can't even do math. What are you thinking about?
Ouch, you're right. I'll never win a Nobel Prize. All right, well, learning about another person, it says, Albert Einstein won for his important discoveries about light in physics. And there we see the word discovery, which is a noun. It is the act of finding something new. An example would be the doctor's discovery about the new medicine could help save many lives.
Discovery 这个名词呢是发现，那搭配的动词会是 make a discovery， 那就是有新的发现。那发现有很多种，比如说科学上的发现会是一个 scientific discovery， 那动词形式我们把字尾的 y 拿掉就可以了。discover about something， 那就是发现某事物。
Our next Nobel Prize winner we learn about, as our article says, is Martin Luther King Jr. received the Peace Prize for fighting for civil rights. All right, yeah, so he was a really big proponent for fighting for civil rights, which means he was fighting for all the people in the world to be treated the same, not treated differently. And that's where we see that word civil, which is relating to the rights or duties of citizens. An example sentence would be, people fought very hard for their civil rights in the past.
Civil 这个形容词是公民的、民用的或是有礼貌的，后面搭配 rights 的时候啊，在说的是公民权 civil rights.
All right, and I wonder how young, what was the youngest person that maybe has won the Nobel Prize?
So we talked about Marie Curie,
Albert Einstein,
and Martin Luther King Jr.
Exactly. So they were all in adulthood. They were already adults when they won the prize. Our article now jumps by saying the youngest winner, Malala Yousafzai, received the Peace Prize at age 17.
哇
Wow.
，17岁的时候他就获得和平奖了。
Good for Malala.
所以这边讲了好多个世界上的伟人，有居里夫人，然后有爱因斯坦，还有马丁路德金恩博士。再来讲到年纪最轻的得主就是马拉拉，他在17岁的时候获得和平奖。
It continues to say, in spite of the dangers she faced, Malala helped girls in Pakistan go to school.
那这一句当中包含了今天的文法重点 Let's take a look。 在今天的 Language in Focus 当中啊，我们要讲到的是 in spite of 还有 despite 的用法。In spite of 还有 despite 它们都是介系词，好 despite 是介系词，那 in spite of 我们就会说它是介系词片语，它们都用来表达尽管或是虽然，后面必须接上的是名词或是动名词 VING， 不能够直接接完整的子句。所以马上给同学们一个例句咯， In spite of the rain we still went hiking， 或是你也可以说 Despite the rain we still went hiking， 尽管下雨我们还是去爬山了。所以你会发现不管是你用 in spite of 或是 despite， 后面都是加上名词 the rain。 那另外呢，如果是加上动名词，我们可以怎么样使用这个例句呢？ In spite of feeling tired， 或是 despite feeling tired， Tina stayed up late to finish her book。 虽然觉得累， Tina 还是熬夜把书给看完了。那如果你说我不要接名词，我不要接这个动名词，我要接完整子句的时候怎么办？那你可以加上 the fact that， 好来当做这个介系词的受词，或是你就直接改用 although 或是 though 这样子的从属连接词，那意义上都是一样的。 So for example, in spite of or despite the fact that Emma was sick, she went to school。 这句你也可以说成 although or though Emma was sick, she went to school。 尽管 Emma 生病了，她还是去上学。那回到我们一开头说的 warm-up quiz， blank that the weather report said a big storm was coming, the hikers decided to continue their journey。 这句话在说的是虽然天气预测说会有大暴风雨发生，但是登山客们还是决定继续他们的路程。那我们的正确答案会是 C， despite the fact 加上 that 之后才可以接上我们题目当中的 the weather report said a big storm was coming 的这一个完整子句。那 A 选项不对的原因是 although 虽然表示虽然，但是它后面要直接加上主词，直接加上动词，不能再加上题目当中已经放好的那个 that。那 B 选项的话一样哦，如果你要用 in spite of， 你后面要加上 the fact。那 D even though 也是虽然的意思，那跟 A 一样，它后面必须要直接加上主词跟动词。
Wow, so we've learned already about so many Nobel winners already, like Einstein for his discovery of light in physics, Martin Luther King Jr. for the Peace Prize, as well as Malala for the Peace Prize. I wonder what's next. Who is our next winner in our article? Well, it says another notable winner was Wangari Maathai from Kenya, the first African woman to win the Peace Prize.
Notable 这个形容词是值得注意的或是显著的，所以下一位我们要说到的得奖者，她是第一位获得和平奖的非洲女性哦。
So I wonder what she was known for. What was she known for doing? And that's exactly what our article is about to tell us. It says she started a project known as the Green Belt Movement, which helps women plant trees to protect the environment and learn new skills.
原来啊，她发起了一项名为绿带运动的计划，协助妇女种植树木来保护环境，并且学习新的技能。
Next, it says, the Nobel Prize reminds us that brilliant ideas, whether in a lab or through activism, can truly change the world. And there, everyone, we see the verb remind, which is to make someone remember something. An example would be, please remind me that we have a business meeting tomorrow.Remind 是提醒，是使人想起，所以啊，很常用的是 remind somebody that 提醒某人点点点，或者是 remind somebody of something 使某人想起某事。那另外我们还看到的两个名词，一个是 lab 指的就是实验室，那另外一个 activism指的是行动主义，所以诺贝尔奖提醒我们，无论是在实验当中的卓越想法，还是透过行动主义展现的理念，都是可以真正改变世界的。So it doesn't need to just be activism, it can also be made in a lab or vice versa, and that's what reminds us what brilliant ideas are. Now, speaking about reminding people or reminding each other, do you ever, Elsie, feel that you have to remind me to do a lot of things?
Oh, I have to remind you constantly to do a lot of things.
You're constantly reminding me to do everything, right? Fold the clothes, do the dishes. What else?
A lot.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Just a lot, you guys. So don't feel bad if somebody reminds you to do something. Getting back to our article, it says, it encourages people everywhere to work hard and think creatively to solve important problems. And there we see creatively, which is an adverb. It's in a way that shows imagination, original ideas, or the ability to make new things. So using this word creatively, we can say, the students decorated the classroom creatively for the school festival.
Creatively 是个副词，代表有创意的或是有创造力的，所以我们说啊，要 think creatively， 那就是要有创意的去思考。那另外你的 ly 拿掉的话，看到 creative 是形容词，有创意的，动词创造是 create， 那你要用你的创造力来创造东西，创造力的话是 creativity 这个名词。那诺贝尔奖呢，也鼓励全世界的人们一一的努力，并运用创意思考来解决重要的问题哦。
Finally, our article says, the prizes continue to honor great achievements, just as Alfred Nobel wanted over 120 years ago. And there we see achievement, which is a noun. It is something important that you should succeed or that you succeed in doing. Example sentence would be, climbing the mountain gave him a tremendous sense of achievement. We also saw in that sentence the phrase just as, which is in the same way as or exactly like. An example would be, just as practice makes perfect in sports, it also helps in learning a new language.
好，我们整理一下，首先看到的 achievement 这个名词是成就或是成绩。成就成绩有很多种，如果是学业上面的，我们可以搭配 academic 这个形容词。那如果是要讲成就感的话，我们可以说 sense of achievement。那另外呢，动词形式是 achieve， 也就是把字尾的 ment 拿掉就可以了。再来，我们还有一个片语是 just as， 那就是正如或是和点点点一样。所以课文最后说到，这些奖项持续表彰伟大的成就，正如诺贝尔在120多年前所期望的那样。
All right, so to recap, we've learned about quite a few Nobel winners such as Marie Curie, Albert Einstein, Martin Luther King, Malala, and Wangari. So, our For You chat question, everyone, asks you, who do you admire most among the Nobel Prize winners?
For me, I admire Malala most because she bravely fought for girls' right to education.
Yeah, that's strong. That's a good way, yeah.
And she won the prize at such a young age.
That's right. At only, how old was she again?
17, so which makes me admire her more.
Yeah, she did so much in that short 17 years so far.
Yeah, so her courage and hope inspire me to help others learn and grow.
Wow. All right. Yeah,
What
that's a
about
good
you?
one. For me, I'd say I'd admire Martin Luther King Jr. Most because he promoted peace and equality through powerful words and actions, not through violence. He did it through his words and through his actions. And his dream today, especially in America, still encourages us to build a kinder, nicer world together.
同学们，如果今天的主题让你觉得意犹未尽，你还可以加入空中家教和老师、同学一起讨论哦。
Well, everyone, we hoped you liked learning about the Nobel Prize winners and what it means to win a Nobel Prize. That's all the time we have for today. My name is Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Remain. After Julie saw the fight, she couldn't remain silent and decided to talk to the teacher. Discovery. The science team was very excited by their discovery and wrote several articles about it. Civil. A new law was passed to improve civil services, like hospitals and public schools. Remind. I know you sometimes forget things, so let me remind you that this Sunday is Mother's Day. Creatively. Teresa creatively turned her old t-shirt and jeans into several stylish bags. Achievement. Writing a whole book was one of Beverly's great achievements from this past year.
智慧小补帖
Remarkable. Notable. Lab. Activism.